So, next up here we have Roland. Roland, nice to have you here.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
Maybe start with a little introduction about yourself and your role.
Okay. I'm Roland Beutler from SWR in Stuttgart, which is one of the German public broadcasting companies, and I'm responsible there for distribution strategy in general terms. And I'm representing actually SWR and the EBU and ARD in international fora, organizations like standardization, regulation. So I've done a lot of work in ITU and CPT and then turned to 3GPP, mainly some 15 years ago basically. And I'm at the moment chairing the so-called strategic program on distribution at the EBU, which is one of the 5 top-level technical groups at the EBU. And we're doing anything that's related to distribution. And I'm also, the other role is I'm vice chair of the so-called 5G Media Action Group, which is an industry consortium bringing together the IT industry, telco industry, and the media industry in order to foster 5G technology for production, distribution of our content.
Okay. And it's your first time here in Oslo for Northern Waves?
For Northern Waves, it's the first time.
Yeah.
I've never been at this conference before, that's true. I've been to Oslo, I think twice. No. Yeah.
So, half of the day is gone. What do you like about the event so far?
For me, it's a different experience. As I said in my speech at the very beginning, looking at the agenda, it felt a bit alien because the topics were different. So I was a bit, at the frontier or the outskirts, so to say, of the topic. Nevertheless, it's good always to get a fresh input and to see other faces and to learn a bit what's going on in other regions. And I know that Scandinavia has played or is still playing a prominent role when it comes to online services. Was mentioned this morning as well.
Yep.
So, good to meet people, had very nice conversations already.
Great. And what's the key takeaway of your talk? If you say there's one big takeaway, what would that be?
I think, I was talking about 5G and the usage of 5G in production, contribution, distribution, consumption of our content and services. The key message I would like to convey is actually that if you try to use that, that's an area where you as a content provider, in our case public service media, can actually do something yourself. So it's tangible, you can deploy your own 5G broadcast network, you in control, you design it, you have a means to get onto smartphones and tablet with your content. If it comes to the production side, you can use 5G technology as a non-public network to do production yourself without the need of engaging with mobile operators.
Okay, interesting. So, maybe good use for you if I were to give you $100 million for SWR. Sorry, no bikes and boats. What would you do with it?
I mean, that's a lot of money, first of all. I think there's 3 areas that I would like to invest money. The first one, naturally, following up from my presentation, is spending money on deploying 5G broadcast networks and offering a corresponding service. That's the first one. The second one is spending money in upgrading our production infrastructure, which we started to do already on the premises in Baden-Baden, to use 5G for more wireless production means, so becoming more agile, more flexible, and in the long run, hopefully less expensive.
Today it's still more expensive?
Well, the point is, or the idea about 5G was, well, we're using devices that come from the shelf. So it's not, dedicated technology that is built for a niche market. It's, so to say, market for everybody. We'll see if that's going to work out in the end. But anyway. And a third, so to say, patch would be actually thinking about setting up our own, by ourselves, operated CDN network or multi-CDN infrastructure. Because what we see at the moment on the CDN market is consolidation in a sense of the small ones being eaten up by the big ones. And prices have come down over the years, but it starts to saturate, and there's likely an increase coming. And once, so to say, control is in one spot, I think we're not in a good position. So having at least for a socket of your distribution ports your own stuff, that would be something.
Yeah, several of the big tier 1 telcos have done that journey already. Deutsche Telekom or Telefonica, they've already done that.
Yeah, but that's a difficult story.
Of course. Cool, well spent money. I hope somebody gives you 100 million. You told me before in the break there's a big meeting happening in Germany today. Maybe tell us about that as well.
You know, the prime ministers of the Bundesländer, the federal states, they have a meeting. I don't know if it's today or tomorrow, but anyway, this week. And they have to decide about a budget in a way. There's this organization in Germany which is called KEF, which is to evaluate how much money the public service broadcasters should get. They made a proposal to increase the license fee or the household fee everybody has to pay in Germany by kind of 60 cents per day, per month. I'm not sure what's going to be the result in the end.
Maybe send them your 3 statements how you would spend the money.
Maybe that can help.
Roland, thank you very much for your time for the interview, and enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you.
Thank you.